All right, so if you're getting ready for the Kentucky PSI shampoo and styling exam, you are in exactly the right place. We're not just going to go over the textbook stuff. Nope. We're going to unlock the mindset you need to walk in there feeling confident and walk out with your license. So let's dive right in. Okay, so you've been practicing, right? Your blowouts are flawless, your roller sets are perfect, you're feeling pretty good about your skills. And you're probably thinking, this exam is all about showing off my talent, my creativity. Sound about right? Well, that's the very first thing we need to completely rethink. Because here's the truth. The PSI exam, it couldn't care less if you can create a stunning updo. Seriously, it's testing just one thing and one thing only. Can you protect the public? Can you make safe, legal, and professional choices every single time? That's it. Every question you'll face is designed to check for that one thing. And that's our key. The moment you get that this is a test of your judgment, not your talent, everything changes. You can stop just memorizing facts and start thinking strategically. It's like the whole exam is a code. And in this breakdown, we're going to crack that code together. Look, the whole reason this exam even exists is to make sure you know how to work safely and within the laws of Kentucky. PSI's job is to weed out anyone who might be unsafe or doesn't know the rules. So let me be super clear. Your amazing creative flair, it means nothing on this test. What matters? Your discipline. That's everything. So the big question is, how do you know you're making the right choice on every single question? Well, you use a simple mental checklist. We're calling it the PSI Golden Rule. And I'm not kidding if you take away only one single thing from our time together. Please make it this. This is the whole game. Okay, here it is. For every single question you see, the correct answer, the winning answer, is the one that does these three things: protects health and safety, follows Kentucky law, and stays completely within your scope of practice. This isn't just a helpful hint, you guys. This is the answer key. Health, law, scope. That's your filter for everything. All right, that sounds good in theory, right? But let's see how this golden rule actually works when the pressure's on. We're going to put it to the test with two of the biggest, most important sections on the exam. And honestly, the two sections where people mess up the most: scope of practice and infection control. This is where it gets real. First up, scope of practice. Think of this as the fence around your license. It shows you exactly what you're allowed to do and what you're not. On one side, you've got your permitted services: shampooing, conditioning, blow drying, and styling, but only with non-chemical methods. Now look at the other side. This is the do not cross line. No haircutting or trimming, no chemical services like color or perms, and absolutely no diagnosing scalp disorders. And let me be clear, there are zero exceptions. None. Okay, now pay attention, because this is how PSI will try to trick you. They'll give you a question where a client begs you to just trim their bangs, and it seems like the nice, helpful thing to do. Or they'll describe a scalp condition where suggesting a specific treatment feels like you're being a professional. Do not fall for it. Those are traps. They are automatic fails. Just go back to the golden rule. If it's outside your legal scope, it is always the wrong answer. Period. All right, so if scope of practice is all about what you can't do, infection control is all about what you absolutely must do. And when I say this is the #1 priority for PSI, I mean it. This is where public safety is on the line, and they take it incredibly seriously. Now, this exact sequence, it is absolutely critical. This is the official PSI-approved way to handle an exposure incident, like contact with blood. And the order of these steps is everything. PSI loves to test this. They'll ask, what is the very first thing you do? And the answer isn't grab a Band-Aid or quickly finish up. The answer always is to stop the service immediately. Every single step after that is about containing the risk. You have to know this order cold. Okay, so we've got the big ideas down. Now let's get tactical. Let's talk strategy. See, PSI uses specific keywords in their questions, and they're not just random words. They are signals. They're clues that tell you exactly what kind of answer they're looking for. Once you learn to spot these words, you can sidestep their most common traps. All right, first keyword, best. When you see the word best in a question, that's your flashing neon sign to apply the golden rule. PSI is basically telling you, hey, a couple of these answers might seem okay, but only one of them is the absolute best choice. It's the one that perfectly nails safety, law, and scope. They're asking you to find that top-level, A+, most professional answer. Next up is the word first. This one is super straightforward. It's a direct test of your knowledge of procedures. They want to know if you know the correct order of operations. Think about it. What's the first thing you do before you even start a shampoo? You drape the client, right? You protect them. Protecting the client always comes before the service begins. So first isn't a trick question. It's checking if you know the safe and proper sequence of events. And then there's immediate. Okay, this is the big one. Think of this as the fire alarm going off. It signals a serious, urgent safety problem, like a client is bleeding or having an allergic reaction. There is absolutely no time to think it over. The correct action almost every single time is to stop the service. Immediately. Full stop. You have to control the situation before anything else. So knowing those keywords, best, first, and immediate, will help you see these traps from a mile away. And trust me, PSA loves to test your discipline with these myths, so let's bust them right now. Number one, a client can never give you permission to break the law. A waiver means nothing. And number two, being supervised by a licensed cosmetologist does not mean you can do their job. It does not expand your scope of practice one bit. Okay, let's bring this all home. We're going to wrap all of this up into a powerful, confident mindset you can take with you on exam day. Remember, this isn't about frantically cramming a bunch of random facts at the last minute. This is about locking in your decision-making system. So here it is, your final mental checklist. As you read each question, you're going to ask yourself these things. Does this choice put safety above the service? Does it put the law above the client's request? Is this about preventing a problem, not just correcting one? And remember, on this test, your discipline is so much more important than your talent. Because at the end of the day, that's really what this is all about, isn't it? Passing this exam isn't just about getting a piece of paper. It's about the state of Kentucky officially saying, we trust you. The public can trust you. It proves you have the discipline, you have the knowledge, and you have the commitment to safety that being a professional requires. You walk in there with that mindset, and you've got this. You'll be ready.